What we're going to do next is create a strongly typed view. And we're going to begin with the controller. And as you can see, I've added code for a new action method called addEmp. And I have two of them, so I've overloaded it. The data attribute HTTP post is going to help the controller decide which action method needs to execute. If a form has been posted or submitted, it's going to run through this code. And if nothing has been submitted, it's going to run through the code where it displays the empty form. Okay. Once the form's filled in and it submits, then it's going to go through this code where it's going to retrieve the data that was added, store that in an employee object, so it is connected to our model at this point, and that makes it strongly typed. And then it's going to pass that strongly typed object to an employee confirmation view. So you are going to want to manually key the code in and make sure at the top that we add a namespace for the MVC5 employees models. Now, I called my project MVC5 employees with an S. As long as you did the same, you can add the using statement as I have displayed it here. However, if you created the project without the S, then you need to omit the S here. And so whatever you named your project, that has to be here, .models. And now that we have our action methods in our home controller, we are going to add the corresponding views. The first one is going to display a form. So we're going to right click, and it doesn't matter which one you right click on because we have to change the name anyway. And we're going to call it new emp form. And we will be using the layout page. So we're going to click on add. And then you can either key in the code that is shown, or because you guys already know how to add forms, I did provide code for you. So we can highlight Control C, Control A, Control V as in Victor, and save our change. And you'll notice I removed the view bag because we weren't going to use it. And let me go back over here. So I'm going to do another one. And this one is going to be called emp confirm. And for this one, I'm not giving you the code, so you are going to have to manually key it in. There's not a whole lot to key in, so I'm going to pause here. So I've entered the code into the employee confirmation, and if you remember, the home controller is passing the employee object that has the data filled in. And this is connected to our model. So to display that data, we have to use @model dot followed by the property name. So at this point, you want to make sure you save all your changes. And let's test this out. Okay, we're going to probably get an error on this because we need to go to a different action method to start with. We need addEmp. Okay. And let's see, name. And how much should Freddie make? Okay, so you can see that we went right to the confirmation and it is displaying that data. Oops, I can see we have a little problem with confirmation though, little typo on my part, so I think I'll fix that. Let's see, confirmation, yeah, not quite right. Let's get rid of that. And let's save it. Should be able to reload. There we go. That looks much better. So once you're done, you can close out of that. And we're going to move on to the next section.